I'm at a depot in Rzeszów in southeastern Poland where the UNHCR and the World Food Programme are shipping out supplies. It's brought these two other parties, the Liberals and the Greens, into the forefront of German politics. In its 19-year history, it had never seen layoffs like the ones that were announced in November. Von der Leyen characterised it as a watershed moment. This is a moment where the European Union is having to respond in a much tougher way than it has done so in the past. When speaking to the Bundestag today, he alluded to the Berlin Wall, saying that this was a new wall in Europe, and the projects such as Nord Stream 2 was the cement for building that wall. But it's not just about production. They see India as also a crucial market. He characterised it as a tipping point, a country with a huge and burgeoning middle class. The real push this year seems to be about being able to do on-device AI applications. That they need to look at how to make sure that these supply chains remain secure, regardless of any sort of changes in the geopolitical situation. This China story for Apple really overshadowed the rest of their earnings. Right now, it doesn't look like there's much beyond it just being the rebrand. But if you type in x.com at the moment, as I did in the Bloomberg office in Berlin earlier today, it just redirects you to Twitter. The industry that Tesla really defined for a long time is seeing some real new players that are very significant and very competitive in their own right. Poland's massive land border with Ukraine is of key security concern to the European Union as a whole and also the NATO alliance. What we're really seeing now is that they're not going to leave government without a fight, and we're going to be looking at what they can do, what both of these parties can do to bring the other two centrist parties, the Greens and the Liberals, into the fold for a three-way coalition. She made it clear that she thought that Laschet was the best chancellor for Germany. At this plant, 400 employees, many of whom are working around the clock, produce, purify and contain messenger RNA. This success has also been dogged by continued questions around the labour models that these companies operate. A lot of these companies are, of course, laying off staff, just as companies in Silicon Valley are. China is a huge market. It's the largest foreign market for iPhones. And on top of that, it's not just a huge consumer base, it's also where the majority of iPhones are built. We hear from the European Commission this morning that they're looking at finding ways to incorporate these refugees into the labour market. It is still quite significant that they're going into Kiev at a time when half the population of the Ukrainian capital have already fled. As 40% of our carbon emissions come from the built environment, the new European Bauhaus hopes to put utility and sustainability front and centre. These AI products are built on decades of data from across the internet. But then there are other technologies that are seen as high-risk technologies, but still being able to be applied in certain contexts and with certain limitations.